Alright, guys, it's time to do some helicopters for Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is something that's only available on the PC. It's a freeware. You have to go to flightsim.to, and from there you'll see a bunch of freeware, military airplanes, civilian airplanes, other airplanes, helicopters, and this is where I got this helicopter. This is the only helicopter available currently on a Microsoft Flight Simulator, but it's only through PC. Again, this is one of the benefits of the PC having the a PC version. Obviously, you get to have these types of airplanes. So right here, what you're seeing is my T-1600M flight stick HOTAS, which is hands-on thruster, and I don't know what the A and S stands for, but I know it's a hand-on thruster control something system, airplane system, whatever. So that's what the HOTAS stands for. It's a hands-on throttle and system or something. I don't know what the other thing is, what the AS stands for. It's the acronym, but it's basically a full package deal. I have my thruster here, I got my controller, I got my rudder. Interesting thing about the helicopter. Hey Nils, how are you, man? Welcome back. Interesting thing about the helicopter is, in order for you to start this helicopter, you have to use both the trimmer and the rudder. You can activate the trimmer by the button that's right over here down below. There's one of the cool things about the Thrustmaster is you got so many buttons available on the top, on the side, buttons on the controller, on the joystick. So you got plenty of buttons to organize your experience on a flight simulator or X-Plane 11 or what have you. Even if you're using Elite Dangerous, or especially Elite Dangerous, because with the Elite Dangerous you can use two of these controllers, left and right. So the entire experience can be much better when you have this Thrustmaster T-1600M, and I think it's an excellent entry level to really get you started. You can fly anything with this: helicopters, Boeing 747, jet fighters, space fighters, whatever. So it's like a full package deal, you know. Honeycomb, it's mainly for Cessnas. You know, if you're going to be flying a lot of Cessnas or airplanes like 8320 or 787 or 737 MAX Boeing, it's for those types of airplanes, right? But this right here for 250, and then you add the IR tracker, which I think I should get as well, and you guys should get as well, the IR tracker. Then you can really have, for $300, you can have a pretty good flight simulator experience. But that's if you're using a PC. If you're using a PC, if you're not using a PC, obviously you are limited on a console. On a console currently, all you can do is the T-Flight HOTAS or HOTAS or HOTAS, whatever they call it. I hate these acronyms, I really do. Hands-on thruster, whatever. And the only thing you have available, it's Thrustmaster HOTAS T-Flight 1 for the Xbox, and then T-Flight Blue for the PlayStation. And then you got the red one for the PC. So it works. Nothing wrong with it. I used it. It's not, it's not a, it's nothing state of the art. For $100, it's okay. In comparison to this is much more resistance. It feels like you're really holding a real controller. There's a pretty good resistance to it, and it feels better. It feels more accurate, And then you got the pedals, and these pedals, you're gonna need these pedals for helicopters, trust me. And without the pedals, there's no way I would be able to fly this helicopter, and I'll show you. So this is basically how helicopter works. First, you have to keep it in a trim position. Excuse me. Trim position meaning levitating up and levitating down. Okay, that's the vertical trimmer. So that's how they go up and they go down. Now, if you want to unlock the trimmer, then you can use rotational pedals to move left and to move right. And I'm going to showcase that right now really quick here. Let me show you so you guys can see it. I'm going to zoom out. Like right here, this is good. Okay, so right now I am in a vertical trimmer. So if I push the thruster up, then I'll be levitating up. If I push the thruster down, then I'll be levitating down vertically, up, down, up, down. That's how the helicopters do it. So here, let me showcase that really quick. See? You'll see in a minute. You see? I'm levitating up and I'm levitating down. And you can adjust that too as well with your stick, you know. You can adjust with a controller to pull it up, to levitate up like this, and then to levitate down as you push the thruster down. But you got to be careful how you do that. You know, you want to do it gently. You don't want to do it too quick or too fast. You know, it's a bit of a practice. And now this is my rudders, my pedals, which pedals let me control left and right. Here, I'll show you. Here, let me go up. You see, I'm using the rudders left with my pedals, and then right here. Now my pedals, you can see my legs moving. See right here on the right? My pedals are down below. And without pedals, there would be no way that I could actually fly this helicopter with a controller. I would have crashed with a controller. And now we're going to put it in a trim position. And we're going to come down slowly like that. There it is. See? And it took me a while to figure this out. But I had to go and research, do some studies and whatnot. Look, all I'm going to say is this. Even though this is not a authorized, certified helicopter from Asobo, but I'm pretty sure even Asobo would be impressed what the community is doing here, because community consists of real pilots, real helicopter pilots, and who better than a community of a real helicopter pilots to design a community freeware helicopter, right? Who better to do that, right? Who better to create an airplane who understands the aerodynamics, right? You guys do understand how the airplane works. A lot of people ask this question, how does the airplane works? Well, airplane has about 4 different components. First, you need to understand the basics of how airplane works, the origin of how airplane works. And the airplane consists of 4 different, substances. One, it's the lift, which is on the top. And then you got the weight, which is at the bottom. So you got lift, you got weight at the bottom, lift on the top, weight at the bottom. And then you got a drag, which is your wing in the back. And then you got a thruster, which is your propeller. And that's what pushes the the aerodynamics of the laws of gravity, if you will. Honestly, it's something that I have to, you would have to kind of like study. You would have to learn about this to understand why these four components are so important for any airplane to work. And they all work on the same principle, the lift, the weight, the drag, and the thruster, which is the front. So you're thrusting, you're pulling, and the tail is dragging, and the top it's lifting with your rudders. It's lifting. So those are the basic principles of aerodynamics. And the speed is measured by knots, wind. Obviously, you're going to measure your speed by wind. What kind of wind speed are you going? What's the measurement of that wind speed? So anyway, all of the stuff you guys can learn. If you really want to get into nitty and gritty of aerodynamics and all of that, I think you should learn basics. If you truly want to be... I'm too damn old, and it's too expensive for me to go to a flight school. If you're somebody who's young and you got the money and you got the resources to do it, nothing should stop you to get that pilot license. But first you need to understand the basics. I think the best pilots are the pilots who understand the basics of aerodynamics and who are also mechanics, flight engineers, mechanics, who understand the physics of how the airplane works and the aerodynamics of the airplane, like the basic components of the airplane, how it works. Once you understand that, then it doesn't matter what kind of plane you're flying. You'll be able to avoid many different mistakes. You'll be able to avoid the icing, flying over the clouds. You'll be able to avoid stalling, and how to get out of the stall, and how to use the one engine to do it. If you're on like a reserve tank, which you always have the reserve tank. There's so many things, man. So a really good pilot, and I have a friend, his name is Steve. He's in the Air Force, and he's a damn freaking good pilot. He flew F-22, F-35, Fat Amy, F-18C Hornet, F-16, you name it, Viper. And I usually talk to him from now and then. I talk to him because he's busy, and he tells me all the stuff. I pick on his brain and I ask him these questions, because I'm curious. I'm not a pilot, but I'm curious about everything. I'm curious how this works, So anyway, let's start flying. Since you now know how to properly fly this helicopter, it's gonna be a black and white. We're in New York right now, New York City. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take off. Let me adjust my right here. Let me adjust my camera angle right here. Be my camera angle right here. So let's go, guys. Let's do this. We're gonna do it slowly. Slowly. There we go. Actually, we're not in New York. I'm sorry. We are in a Heathrow. Sorry, I apologize. London. We are in London. By the way, guys. London. We get a nice view over here. Hopefully my flight simulator won't crash, because remember, we're using a mod. Every time you use a mod, the chances are you might crash. And you can see my frame rate is dropping, and it's dropping because of this mod. This mod's not authorized. So there's that too. I don't know how long it's gonna Now we're gonna accelerate and elevate, lift of the helicopter. See, the frame rate is just going bad right now. Okay. We're gonna go to London over here. We'll go and do it like this now. You see the frame rate's dropping really bad. Now, let me tell you, there'd be no way in the hell that I would be very successful flying this helicopter if I didn't have this controller. T-1600M, highly recommended. And there will be helicopters, by the way, next year. According to Asobo, they're trying to hire professionals who are the real, helicopter engineers, flight instructors, and real helicopter pilots, and then they want to have that, sense of realism. But it will happen next year. I mean, it will happen. But then again, I would not be able to fly this if I didn't have this T-1600M. I really love this flight stick, and the pedals. Pedals really, man. Without pedals, I'm telling you guys, you would really have a difficult time flying this with a controller. You will crash with a controller. That I can promise you. I'm also gonna try, and someone asked me the other day to revisit X-Plane 11, which I said I will do. I will revisit X-Plane 11 to check it out, to see what's new, and to kind of like compare it to Flight Simulator. I know that they don't have the Azure real photogeometry and all this other stuff. I get it, but it'll be interesting to kind of see the aerodynamics of X-Plane 11, to revisit the aerodynamics of X-Plane 11, and to kind of give you my thoughts on differences between, obviously, Flight Simulator and X-Plane 11. One of the key differences that you will notice on X-Plane 11 versus a Flight Simulator is going to be that X-Plane 11 has been around now, while the Microsoft Flight Simulator has been absent for about, how many years, right? And they have more airplanes, obviously. They got more add-ons. They got a lot of third-party on there. And it'll be interesting to kind of jump into the X-Plane 11 and give you my honest opinion on it. The differences between this and that, You see? See how much this helps, guys, how much this controller helps, how smooth that is, and how much it helps. And not having this controller really can make or break the experience. We're in London Heathrow. You guys should consider becoming a member if you want to, ask me all these questions and hang around with me on the live stream. I think it would be worth it for you, personally. But it's up to you. I cannot make you do it. You guys don't have to make your decisions on that. But I personally cannot go to public chat. A lot of people ask me. I said I cannot have the same repeat of yesterday and so many years of the same thing happening all over again. It's impossible for me to find a moderator whom I can trust. It's just simply not possible. I tried in how many years? 4 years. Every single one of them failed. Unbelievable. You would think in 4 years that I could find somebody I could trust, but every single one of them failed. And they all have some kind of excuse, you know. You know, I cannot do it. You know, you can't be here for 4 hours to moderate. Come on, man. But I can be here for 4 hours to entertain you and answer your questions and get your requests, right? I can do it, but you can't. You know what I mean? It is a lot of BS, guys, and I just don't have nerves for that, you know, nor should I. If you like what I do, it's $2. You're going to spend that $2 anyway. If not on me, you're going to spend it on some girl on Twitch. Actually, girl on the Twitch riding the bungee ball will cost you more than what you're going to pay for me for $2 a month. So anyway, it's up to you. You guys make that decision. But I got to do what I got to do, you know. I have to do it like this because I don't have time to be being distracted by some trolls while I'm doing a live stream. You know what I mean? It's all about the distraction. I don't care what they type. It's not about that. It's about the distraction. You know, they want to distract you from what you're doing. And I don't want to see that kind of stuff in the chat room. So this is the reason why. So that's that. And besides, I already made a allegiance. I swore on my father's grave that I can never go back to public chat. So you know what that means. That means that. So anyway, I just had to kind of explain this for people who are coming in. You need to, nothing personal. You just need to understand that's the way it is. That's all there is to it. And if you don't like it, well, no one's forcing you to be here. You can go watch somebody else or whatever. It's a free country. It's a free internet. In a lame, you know, in a quote unquote, quote, you know what I mean. You still have to pay for the internet, obviously, but you are free to go and choose what you want to choose. But I'm also free to make my own decisions as well. So hopefully that's clear to everybody. It doesn't mean that I don't like you guys or anything like that. It just means I need you to understand that I tried. It didn't work out. Can't find somebody I can trust to run a 4-hour live stream or a 5-hour live stream to moderate, and that's it. So let's get back to helicopters. As you can see, it's just so much better, man. Having this controller, this T-1600M flight stick controller, it just makes everything more precise. Let me tell you, the calibration of this T-1600M was a joy to calibrate. It is so smooth. It's precise, man. Precision flying, it's what I would say. From the thruster to joystick to all the buttons you can organize and map properly. It truly is amazing. And I think you can see it when you watch this, when you see my you see how big that joystick is. When you watch this, if you pay attention to the right screen, the right bottom square where my camera is, if you pay attention to that, you're going to see just how accurate this really is. And it looks real and it feels real. Why? Because you got a very good calibrated controller with the pedals, and you getting the full helicopter experience now. Now, it took me a while to get used to it. It took me a while to calibrate, just like with everything else. You know, it takes time, it takes practice. You have to practice. But once you do, Once you finally get it, then it's a smooth ride. It's like a second nature. Well, thank you, Nils Martin. Thank you for being a member, man. You already showed your appreciation by being a member, by becoming a member of the channel. So, you know, you get a priority immediately. Not only do you get a priority, but at the same time, you can ask me any questions. I can answer them for you. You can make a request, and I can do it for you. You know, there's a lot of things that are beneficial for $2. And at the same time, you also don't have to worry about trolls. You don't have to worry about somebody trolling you or somebody giving you a hard time or somebody picking on you, because they can do it here. Why? Because the trolls, they're not going to pay money to become a member. They don't want to do that. So you really have the advantage of having a nice experience where you don't have to worry about you know, lunacy nonsense of these jokers, you know, coming in. And that's what they do. They just come in to disrupt, to pick on, and they hide behind these fake accounts. Obviously, they're faceless people, faceless individuals, and of course, they're cowards, you know. So this really gives you the... this is just part of the internet. People do it because they can do it. It's the internet. And I understand that. But I also understand I have tools and I have options, so I don't have to deal with that. But I want people to understand, like I said earlier, I did try. I tried my damn best. But I couldn't find anybody I could trust. I couldn't find a damn person that I could trust moderating. Because they were all giving some kind of excuses, right? And I'm like, I'm not giving any excuses. I'm not giving effing any excuses. I come here, I deliver. I work 2 other jobs. I come here, I deliver. I discipline myself, right? I show my, you know, contribution and hard work here. And I would expect you to do the same. That is if you care. That is if you really care about what I'm trying to do here. But obviously, every single one of them failed. In 4 years. Not one single one of them was able to manage a simple task, moderating. All they did was engage with trolls. Why are you engaging with these trolls? You're doing exactly what you're not supposed to be doing. Why aren't you removing them? Why are you giving them the attention? Why are you feeding them? Why are you giving them the oxygen? You know, all of this stuff. It's a red flag. It's a no-no. You know. Well, thank you, Nils, man. I appreciate it. And I'm also trying to show you something. I'm trying to showcase to everybody, hey, if you want to fly a helicopter, if you have a PC, you can fly a helicopter. I tried to showcase this controller. I did the unboxing. I tried to showcase how it works, to give you my thoughts on it, to give you my experience on it. So if you want to purchase this and you're thinking, should I purchase this for $250, for $250? Should I do it? I also give you that benefit of a doubt. And then you can make your own conclusion after you watch this. Hey, you know what? I just saw Mr. 4K with this Thrustmaster T-1600M. And I don't know, man. Seems like it's a pretty cool package deal. Maybe I should get it. Maybe I should think about it. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. Now, I do joke around sometimes. You know, I do voiceovers. I do joke around. Sometimes I talk about conspiracies. Depends, you know. But that really depends on the situation of the live stream, you know. And obviously, when you are in a public chat and you don't have a moderator, guys, other people, they have a moderator. Like, not just one, but 3 really good moderators. And they can handle it. Right? You know, these big YouTubers, they have a posse, like a red pack, like Ocean's 11. They got groups of people whom they trust, like interns who kind of work for them, and they take care of everything for them. They don't have to worry about trolls. They don't have to worry about people writing some obscene stuff. The person's going to take care of that. The moderator who's there will take care of that. We'll use different filters, different tools. I don't have that, guys. I do this by myself. I work 2 other jobs. I keep my life private. I don't talk about it because it's no one's business what I do for a living. Okay? That's none of your business. Unless you're going to marry me or you're going to date me, then that's a different story. But it really doesn't concern you. So what I'm basically trying to say is that I'm doing this by myself. And I can't be distracted by a bunch of trolls spamming on the chat room. And it's bad for you too. Not only does it affect me, but it affects you too. Your experience is going to be bad. Because I can't do a live stream if I have to do multiple things at once. If I have to focus on both things, I cannot do that. I cannot do that. It's not humanly possible for me to do that. Nor should I do it. Why should I do it? Right? Where's the common sense of that? Why should I do that? So there's that too, you know. And please, guys, don't take it personal. Nothing personal. I just need you to understand my situation, you know. And if you can understand my situation, well then, you never supported my channel to begin with. If you're not understanding what I'm trying to tell you here. That boils that to that too, you know. But thank you, Nils. Man, I appreciate it. If you have any questions about this controller, Nils, please ask. If you have any questions about this helicopter and how difficult it is to fly it, I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Is it easy? No, it's not easy. It takes practice. What I'm doing right now, I'm using the pedals and I have to be very sensitive. It's not easy, but with a little bit of practice, you can master this, you know. Right now we're in London, Heathrow, somewhere in London, I'm not sure where. Suburbs of London, maybe northern London or London, you know, it's a big city, and I guess they have a county, right? Like we do in the States or something, a province, or not a province. I don't. Do you guys have counties? I don't know. I always wonder about that. Does London have like something like a county, like a Greater London or something? I don't know. I mean, I've never been to London. I'm just guessing here, but I'm thinking this is like a county of London, Greater London, suburbs of London, if you will. Can I fly lower? Yes, I can. But it's also very tricky. It's also very dangerous. Helicopters are very dangerous, guys. And they're not easy. Not easy. I was reading some studies, and a lot of pilots who've flown Boeing 787 and even F-22s and other jet fighters, they would say helicopter is really complex. You constantly have to be focused. And one mistake, and that's it. You're done, man. They're not easy. They're not easy to fly. But with a little bit of practice, you can do anything, man. What one man can do, another can do. You just gotta practice. All right. But you gotta have obviously a good controller to do this. I would never be able to do this with an Xbox controller. I would have crashed 100%. Multiple times I would have crashed here if I was using a controller. I'm using my pedals. It's just you guys can see it. They're down below. I'm using my feet to adjust the pedal rotation left and right. And I'm using this to pull my axis up and down. and I'm using a thruster to levitate the elevation of altitude, you know. How many feet am I going up, how many feet I'm going down, stuff like that. Actually, what I'm doing here, it's actually true. A lot of these helicopters and traffic news helicopters and police helicopters, they're usually flying along the highway like this. Especially if there's a high-speed chase, you will see a helicopter or a news station follow the high-speed chase like this, for example. You'll see that quite a lot. And you really have to be careful. I'm gonna adjust my speed a little bit here. I'm gonna slow down because I don't wanna. I can stay stationary. That's the great thing about a helicopter. You can stay stationary. You can decrease the speed if you want. You have that ability as well. And then use the rudder. See, right now I'm using a rudder. We can land. We could land on the field over here if we want to, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just trying to kind of slow down a little bit, and here we go right here. But yeah, flying a helicopter, it's a joy, dude. It really is a joy. Once you finally get it, when you have the proper equipment to do it, you're gonna need the pedals. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna need a rudder, pedals. You're gonna need that. Without it, it's gonna be very, very, very difficult to do what I'm doing here. I'm going to decrease the speed a little bit, just slightly a little bit. And you really have to be sensitive, dude, when you do this. This is really, you can go too quick, too fast. You really have to be super sensitive. Imagine flying a Black Hawk, pulling all that weight, and how heavy the Black Hawk is. Imagine doing that. I can't even imagine. I think there's 2 pilots, right? They have 2 pilots flying a Black Hawk. There's like a co-pilot or something. Okay, let me move this way so you guys can see the highway. Like right here. You know, somebody asked me yesterday the difference between a console and a PC. Well, one of the major differences is going to be obviously the lack of the modding, lack of mods, lack of third-party applications. Man, there's so many third-party applications that you can use with a flight simulator, and you can do that on a console version. So there's that limitation. You know, you kind of limited. I mean, nothing wrong with the console version. Okay, it's pretty amazing how it looks, but you have to keep in mind you're very limited with a console version. That's just the nature of the PC. You know, PC is a PC, and PC it's always going to be a PC, guys. You know, it is what it is. It's a personal computer. You can modify it any which way you like. There's no limitations. With a console, you're limited. But that's why you pay a less money, right? You don't pay arm and leg. On the PC, it's a expensive, can be an expensive hobby, depending on how far you're willing to go, right? Look at those GPUs, how expensive they are, CPUs, memory RAM, motherboard, building the case, cooling it, thermal take cooling and all that. Just ask JZ 2 cents and he'll tell you how expensive it is. If he wasn't sponsored, if he didn't have a sponsor, there's no way. It would cost him arm and leg. It would cost him arm and leg to get all that equipment, all the GPUs, CPUs, all that stuff. Motherboards, cases. Some of these cases are very expensive as well, depending what kind of case you get. Yes, Nils Martin, it is difficult. And it took me a while to master this. But yes. Now, if you want to land on the field, you really have to kind of slow down. You have to already know where you want to land. Okay, for example, we're going to land over here. So I already know where I'm going to land. And I need to adjust my speed. So we're going to land right here on this farm right here. So I have to pull up like this, pull up like that. And then we're going to rotate a little bit, like this. We're going to rotate like that. And we're going to come around here, look for the place to land. I see a farm over there, right over there. Just takes practice. There we go. Right over here. Uh-oh, that wasn't the smoothest landing. But anyway, better than nothing. It takes practice, man. What I just did here, I kind of went too quick, too fast. If you're in an emergency, I guess. Yeah. There it is. Now, this is your navigation over here. By the way, right over here. This is your little tablet, 7-inch or 8-inch tablet. You look at the headings, altitude, navigation. You can configure the aircraft. You can shut down the engines. You can do a cold and dark. You can use the flight tools, right? Flight plan. You can do many different things. The nearest airport, stuff like that. So it's pretty functional tablet, you know what I mean? Which is awesome. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and take off. Let me grab a bottle of water. And you want to make sure that you take off so gently. All right, you don't want to really you don't want to jinx it, going too quick, too fast. There we go. Got it. Hold on. I hit the wrong button. Again. There we go. Like I said, it takes a little practice, but you'll get a hang of it. You know, it's really not that difficult, honestly. Once you practice, remember, the more you practice, the better it is. But you're gonna have to practice quite a lot. So anyway, this is somewhere in England, obviously. Not sure where, but somewhere in England. You see, now once you got it trimmed properly, it's awesome. Let's follow the highway. Let's go back to the highway where we came from. There we go. There's the highway. You can see my see how smooth this controller is, man. The resistance, that proper resistance that the T-16000M has. We're gonna follow the highway, see where it's gonna take us. Should be interesting. There's the highway down there. By the way, this is Esmeralda. Esmeralda, you know, she's just going for a ride. That's it. That's all she cares about. I follow this highway, see where it takes us. I was thinking about getting the IR Tracker 5, because it will definitely help you with moving your head left and right, up and down. It's definitely going to help you. And it's just going to make it more immersive, you know. It's going to be a more immersive experience, especially if you have a triple monitor, right? If you have all of this equipment, including this T-1600M package, full package deal with pedals, and then you have a triple monitor with a Tracker IR 5 and that Pro Clipper, which is attached to your headphones, so that way you can have the sensors attached to your headphones, and you can move left and right, up and down, move forward, move backward. All of that's going to really just enhance the experience. And you're going to have a much, much better experience. Here we go, there's the highway. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit if you guys can see it. I don't know how well can you guys see, but I can zoom in. Maybe you guys can see it better. Flight Simulator is awesome. You know, a lot of people ask me, what are the key differences between X-Plane 11 and Microsoft Flight Simulator? Well, Flight Simulator, obviously, the entire world is scanned, and everything that you see on the ground, it's actually what you would normally see if you went to that part of the world, right? So that makes it more, I guess, realistic. However, you're dependent always on the internet. You're always going to be dependent on the internet to achieve that sense of realism. X-Plane 11 doesn't use the internet. X-Plane 11 has a 60 gigabyte, you know, data that's downloaded, and the software, it's 60 gigabyte. That's if you go with the global version, and they have everything 3D rendered, right? The volumetric light, it's rendered in 3D. And I'll be honest, the reason why at night the X-Plane 11 looks better at night with all the buildings lit up is because they're using the real volumetric light. On the Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's different. You know, only if it's handcrafted, only areas that are handcrafted, like the airports or certain like downtown metros, they will look good. But everything else will look kind of flat, and it's not going to look. I mean, we have to be fair. You know, we have to be fair. You know, if we're going to compare everything, we have to be equally fair. We cannot fanboy, right? We cannot fanboy about things, and I think this is where the issue becomes with a lot of people, is they become fanboying one thing over the other. I have noticed, like on the X-Plane 11, that the highways, the street lights, and the cities, they look much brighter, much better at night, and you see much better at night on the X-Plane 11 than you are here. So give credit to Austin Mayer on that, because he did achieve that. And he's working on a new X-Plane 11 next generation in San Diego. He's gonna present the some stuff they're gonna be doing with the new engine and all that. So it's cool. Look, man, I love the fact that we have variety, guys. I'm all about variety. That's why I'm not a fanboy of anything, because I'm just somebody who likes variety, you know. I like competition. I like variety. I like to see stuff evolve. I like to see envelopes pushed to see how far can we go, and then I enjoy a little bit of everything, you know. But as far as the physics and aerodynamics, I do have to admit that the X-Plane 11 has a little bit better aerodynamics, because they emphasize more on the aerodynamics part of each airplane. Like every airplane is different, and it should feel different, right? It should be different. That's the main focus of what they're trying to do at Laminar Research, right? In Seattle, and that's what the Austin Mayer is trying to do, right? To focus on that aspect, you know. He's really not focused on like exploring the world, and that's Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's really what the difference is. With the Microsoft Flight Simulator, you are there to explore the world, and that's pretty cool. But you will require internet data. We have to be honest about that. You know, that's something that's gonna drink your internet data consumption. We have to mention that elephant in the room, you know. However, while the X-Plane 11 only prompts you one time to connect to make sure that you got a proper copy, that you purchased a copy of a software, and then you're good to go. You're running everything with your GPU and your CPU. Can X-Plane 11 be very heavy on your GPU, CPU, and memory? Yes. And it will, because everything's being rendered. Everything is... I don't think they would be able to do X-Plane 11 on a console, guys. I'm being honest. Because there's too much cores that are being used. Too much memory is being used to render 3D scenery, volumetric clouds, volumetric light, all of that jazz. Everything's 3D, you know. On X-Plane 11, everything's handcrafted, right? The highways, the light, the reflection of the light, all of that jazz, it's being rendered in X-Plane 11. So it's going to be very heavy on your computer, on your GPU and your CPU. So there's that too, But I don't know how many of you are familiar with the X-Plane 11 and Flight Simulator. I mean, I know you're familiar with the Flight Simulator now, but I don't know how many of you are familiar with the X-Plane 11 and how that works. I'm going to go a little bit lower. I'm going to keep it like that. Got my pedals ready. Pedal to the metal. As far as the T-1600M flight stick, you can see the box over there sitting. This controller right here, these two, the package deal, guys. I'll tell you what, for $250, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is as good as it gets. You can do everything with this. You can fly anything and everything, whether it be helicopters, Boeing 747. DCS, Digital Combat Simulator World, whatever it is, with a Thrustmaster T-1600M, you can do anything. Whether it be Elite Dangerous, whether it be Star Citizen, Flight Simulator, X-Plane 11, you can fly anything and everything. And you can even use two controllers for the Elite Dangerous, which you're gonna need. And you can also use the two controllers, two joysticks, and you can switch them back for the left hand and for the right hand, and you can use two of them for a Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen. And let me tell you, the flexibility on the T-1600M, the pedals and everything that's included, it's as good as it gets for $250, man. I'll tell you right now, it's as good as it gets. And then you can add the IR Tracker 5, with the clip for your headphones, so that way you can move your head left and right when you're in a cockpit, right? Instead of doing this, right? Instead of doing this, you can just use your head, zoom in, zoom out, right? And it's going to make the entire experience even more compelling and more immersive. So, and that will cost you right out the gate, what, like $300? Like, let's say $350. That's not bad. Capture cards are $400. But again, it's really up to you. How immersive do you want to be? And I'll tell you, if I didn't have this equipment, I would crash a long time ago with an Xbox controller. I would have crashed many times before. I don't know. Do you guys want me to go to New York? Last time I went to New York, it was very crowded. I guess we can go to New York again. Maybe we should go to New York. Check it out. The only thing with New York is it's so crowded. Hopefully my server will not crash. To be honest with you, I'm even surprised that I'm able to fly this much for 1 hour without this flight simulator not crashing, which is pretty amazing. So let's go ahead, let's land over here. Like a CIA, right? Like a proper CIA agent. Uh-oh. We got a problem. We got a problem here, son. Hold on. Wait. Ah, well, not the smoothest of a landing, but nonetheless, we have landed, right? Not the smoothest of the landing, but we have done it. So let's turn off the engine. Hold on. All right. Let's go to Las Vegas, right? Let's go to Las Vegas. Let's go there. I think Las Vegas probably the best place to go right now. Keep my fingers crossed. I hope it doesn't crash, because there's a good possibility that it might crash with this helicopter, because it's a mod. We have to keep that in mind, and considering it's free, I'll be honest to you. Some of these free airplanes and helicopters are better than what you pay. Isn't that interesting? The payware airplanes, some of them actually they're not that good, and they don't even handle that good. While the community, this shows you when you have a passionate community of enthusiasts who care about the airplanes and aerodynamics and helicopters and aviation in general, that shows you just how good of an effort they can make to create something substantially awesome, and in this case substantially great for a helicopter. It's pretty darn good, man. Same thing with the F-22. But we're not doing the F-22 today. We're just focusing on a helicopter. We got different liveries here, which I'm going to show you. We got a police. We got a Navy. We're going to go with the black, all black. Or maybe all blue. Should I go with the all black or all blue? Let's go with the all blue. And then let's go to Vegas. Hopefully everything's good. There we go. We're going to ride on McCarran International. Departure. And let's go. Keep my fingers crossed. Why? Because there's a good possibility that due to the fact this is mod, any mod that you're running in a community folder, that's where all your mods are. All your third-party airplanes are in a community folder. And every time you're putting something in the community folder, pretty good chance it might not be compatible with the update 5 or whatever the current update is. Because remember, the third-party developers have to keep tabs on what Microsoft Asobo is doing with the updates, and they have to have everything compatible with that update. Otherwise, it's going to crash. So there's that too. But you know what? No one should complain because it's free. You know, you can't complain about something that's free. Anybody who complains about something that's free, then it's either a Karen or a Todd. Todd is the name for male Karen, and female it's Karen. You know, those are the complainers, right? Especially when something is free. Now, if you pay for something, well, that's understandable. You paid for it. All right, so here we go. I like this blue color livery. Looks pretty nice. Very glossy blue. Hype. I don't know what this is. Hype train. All right, so let's go ahead and let's take off. I'm gonna take off. We're gonna change the weather a little bit here. We're gonna make it. We're gonna mix it up a little bit. We're gonna mix it up a little bit, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do it from a third-person view. I'm gonna do this from a third-person view. It's gonna be more fun doing it from a third-person view, like this. And there we go. So first thing first. Here we go. Okay. And we're good to go, guys. We're good to levitate. The rudders are working. The pedals are working. There they are. Everything's working good. So let's go ahead. Let's check out the Vegas. And now we're going to get some speed. We're going to climb some speed over here. We already got the elevation. Now we got it. I don't know if you guys want to look at it this way. Or however. Whatever you guys fancy. I don't know. Maybe you guys want to look at it this way. I don't know. Whatever it is that you guys fancy. Let me see. There we go. That's better. There's the Luxor, Mandalay Bay. There's New York, New York, MGM Grand. Right over there. Right there. There's David Copperfield. Pretty cool. Not bad. New York, MGM Grand. Right over there. Pretty cool. McDonald's, There's Paris. Right. Eiffel Tower. Hopefully we won't crash into it. I hope not. There we go. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see better. Like this. There we go. We're flying a hype. Some company named Hype. There's Trump Tower. Oh Lord. Oh God. Here we go. Here we go. Pretty good. Oh no, dude, I almost crashed. Almost. I didn't pay attention. I was looking at my my controller. Because I'm using the pedals to rotate as well. So using the pedals you can easily lose the control. Let's do a clear skies. Let's pause over here and let's just do a check the weather. Let's do a clear skies, man. Let's just yeah, clear skies, man. There we go. That's better, dude. That's much better. Now we're talking. There we go. Can also do this. And what's up, Joshua? How you doing, man? Yeah. That's a pretty good bird, actually. But Joshua, just to let you know, nothing personal, man. But I can't have any more moderators. You know, just to let you know. You know, no, please don't take this as a personal offense or anything like that. It's just I have to be fair to the statement that I made. Can't have any moderators, man, because everything's on a member chat. Now, if you want to come in, you're gonna have to come in, and you'll have to sign up as a member. Sorry, man. If you want to know more info on what happened, you can watch the live stream from yesterday. Everything will be explained there. As a matter of fact, I should remove whatever moderators I have left. Hold on, I think I should remove that. Because I just don't need the moderators. Because they all have failed me, pretty much. And plus, I made a promise that that's it. I'm always going to be in a member chat, never on a public chat. So it's something I got to do, guys. It's about a principle that I have, and I cannot break that principle for anybody. Definitely, when you make an oath, when you swear on your father's grave, that's it. That's that. So just give me a second here. Customization. Anyway, I should have done this. I should have done this earlier, because it has to be fair. You know what I mean? It has to be fair. Oh, here we go. Yeah, guys, nothing personal. Don't take this personally. It's just, you know, I just don't need moderators. There's no point, you know. All right, so let's continue. Let's do this. All right, so now we got a really nice angle approaching the Las Vegas Strip right here. You can even see like certain hotel names and resort names and stuff like that. Pretty cool. There's a stratosphere right there. Let's go on the outside view. Pretty cool. I really need IR tracker, man. IR tracker, it's a must-have. Something I should definitely invest on is the IR tracker. Golden Nugget, Las Vegas D. What is that? D for Dracula? Pretty cool. I think helicopters, when they finally become available next year, it's true. I think everyone will be flying a helicopter because helicopter is going to be a perfect way to explore the cities, to explore everything. But especially for the big cities, helicopters will be perfect. Perfect way for you to check out the scenery, check out everything. I didn't know that they built some more. I don't remember this, man, that they built so many hotels. Look at these hotels and these resorts. They're everywhere now. Oh my god. The last time I was in Vegas was 2006. It was a long time ago. So a lot has been rebuilt. I don't know how current this is. The photogrammetry and how current has been scanned, but it looks like it's fairly new. There's Venetia. You go on that little ride on the boat. There's Paris. There's an Imperial Palace. I used to stay here on this hotel, which is right next to what you call it, Bellagio and Caesar Palace. There's Mandalay Bay. I don't know how many people feel about Mandalay Bay staying there, considering that that lunatic maniac killed 50 people from that tower in 2017, was it? 2017? He was shooting from, I don't know what floor, with a roll of magazines, spraying the bullets, man, shooting on that that country music concert event that they had. Killed 50 people in one night, and then he killed himself, you know, before the SWAT was able to breach and clear. Special Weapons and Tactics SWAT from Las Vegas PD, they found him in there, and he blew himself up, blew his brains out. But why he did it, who knows? That individual took that to the grave. We'll never know. There's the Luxor. Luxor is right here. It's such a joy. Once you finally get used to and you learn how to fly a helicopter, it will become like a second nature, guys. It's going to be so much better. So much better flying a helicopter. And I think it's the best way to appreciate the cities and exploration. I like to explore all of these cities and to explore all of these sceneries. It's probably the best way to do it is the helicopter. With a jetliner, you cannot do it because you're high up in the altitude. With a fast jet fighter, you know, you're going really fast. But with a helicopter, you can truly appreciate and explore Flight Simulator. I'm quite frankly, I was surprised that Asobo didn't think about that prior to making this Flight Simulator. They should have thought about that. Hold on. Let's follow the highway. Let's do that. Let's see where the highway is going to take us. Let's just kind of go alongside the highway, like a news chopper. You know, like a 5 o'clock traffic jam chopper, something like that. See where it takes us. I don't know. See where it takes us. It will take us somewhere. For sure. I know there's the Interstate 15. I hooked up on the Interstate 15. And the Interstate 15 took me to Los Angeles when I was in 2006. When I was in Vegas, I also rented a car. I rented a Escalade. Cadillac Escalade, and I had to connect to Interstate 15, and the Interstate 15 was the highway that I took, that took me to California, and of course down to Las Vegas. If my memory holds me correctly, it was I-15, Interstate 15. And then, of course, if you want to go to San Diego, you hook up to 405 freeway, and the 405 takes you down San Diego. But now I'm just guessing because I haven't been there in such a long time. You know what I mean? It's been a while. So yeah, guys, you gotta have pedals. Doesn't have to be necessarily Thrustmaster pedals, any kind of pedals. You will need to rotate this and to trim this. I would recommend, man, honestly, T-1600M package deal. You know, flight control simulator flight pack. It's really worth every penny. It's called the T-1600M FCS flight pack. The best assembly for you to enjoy. Flight simulator or X-Plane 11 or Elite Dangerous for $250. I'm telling you, you're not gonna find a better deal, in my honest opinion. With this kind of accuracy, because I would have crashed a long time ago, guys, if I didn't have all of this equipment, if I didn't properly calibrate and adjust all of this and use the paddles and calibrate the paddles and sensitivity. Actually, there's a software you can download called Smart and Heart, which it's a technology that you can calibrate the HOTAS hands-on throttle, and you can adjust every aspect of this controller, and a thruster and a pedal, and it's really good, man. It's really good. So maybe this is taking us to California, this Interstate 15. I think this might be the Interstate 15. I don't know. I think it could be. I don't know. We'll find out. I've landed on a highway. Here, just to show you. I landed on a highway like a jackass, which I shouldn't have done that. Obviously. All right, let's follow the highway. But actually, that was a pretty good landing, I think. Not bad, considering. That's Esmeralda. She's just enjoying the ride, you know. She doesn't do much. All she does actually is collect the money from the PayPal. That's it. Every morning, you know. From her OnlyFans. Her OnlyFans, which are many. Which are very, very many. My God. What a world we live in, man. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Can you guys see the HOTAS controller? A lot of people ask me, why am I doing it like this? Because I'm more precise, giving a little bit of a pinch with a helicopter, you know, because I'm using the rudder, so I'm using a little bit of a pinch, of how much or how fast do I want to go. You know. Here we go. There we go. We got it now. Right there. That's it. Nose down. Hold on. It's my GoPro camera. I'll put it overhead. There we go, that's better. This could be the Interstate 15. I think. I'm not sure. Look how hot it is over there, dude. It's blazing hot. Now, the one thing you don't see, it's my feet. My pedals rotating left and right. You see the axis going up, going down, maybe 23 degrees left. 14 degrees right, but you don't really see the what I'm doing with my pedals, with my legs, like you don't see this, right? You don't see that, but you have to be so gentle, even with your pedals. It's like a yaw. Your pedals are like a yaw. When you twist the yaw left and right, it's kind of like that. There we go. That's better. And IR tracker, it's something I definitely need to get, because it just makes it so much more immersive when you're moving your head left, you're moving your head right, up and down, left and right, up and down. It makes it easier for you to check out the scenery, to look at the instruments, right? It's just more comprehensive experience. In my opinion. In my subjective opinion. Instead of me doing this, looking back and forth like this, I would rather, have a free motion of free movement, right? I believe this is Interstate 15. It has to be. It's really amazing, man, to make the trip from Las Vegas to California. You feel transported into the Wild West, man. You feel like, let me get a horse, let me get a cowboy hat, cowboy boots. It's like you feel like you're really you're like in Wild West, and you can't help yourself but just feel that way, because you're not far from Arizona either. Arizona is right there, right there. It's the neighboring state. It's right there. You got California, Arizona. It's perfect. You got Utah. It's perfect. And that's the kind of feeling I had when I was traveling from Las Vegas to California, man. It really... And the UFO was on my mind. I was always thinking maybe I'll see a UFO pop up in the sky. But unfortunately, I didn't. I didn't drive at night. I was driving during the day. And oh my God, let me tell you. The temperatures in Las Vegas, it felt like 150 degrees. It was so hot, man. It's a dry heat. And you constantly, you're like, you have this urge for water, man. You want to drink water constantly. It is so uncomfortable, man. Some people complain about humidity. Dude, I'll take humidity any day over the dry heat. Dry heat, it's something else, man. And I have experienced the dry heat, and it's not fun. Definitely not fun. Right, Esmeralda? Esmeralda. So this is what Austin Mayer was talking about, you know. When you get to the roads, they become flat surfaces, you know. On the X-Plane 11, they are real roads, handcrafted, modeled, filtered with the textures and volumetric light and shadows. And I think that was the key difference that that Austin Mayer was trying to pinpoint the difference between the flight simulator and the X-Plane 11. Extreme Gaming, welcome, man. Welcome to the premium. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. You guys should think about becoming a member, because it will be the only way that you'll be able to communicate with me. And I think it's worth it, personally, because this is the best way for you to engage with me and to show you support, because I will never go back to public jet. You guys know that. You know. Thank you, Problem Child. Welcome. Welcome to the Choppers Club. Get to the Chopper Club. Get to the Chopper. I think this is Interstate 15, man. I'm pretty sure. This has to be Interstate 15. Pretty sure. I think they did a pretty good job, the community on the helicopter. And this also proves and shows that, man, my legs are hurting, dude, with all of this rudder adjustment. Because you constantly have to adjust your rudder pedals moving left and right. So how you doing, Extreme Gaming, man? How are you, bro? Problem Child. Do you have a PC? I like your name, Problem Child. I'm the Problem Child. I'm your problem, and I'm your child. Deal with it. Tug's life. Do you have a PC? Personal computer. Do you have a personal computer? I think everyone has a personal computer. It's what kind of a personal computer do you have? That's good to hear, man. I'm glad you're doing good, man. Esmeralda's doing great. She got a lot of money in a PayPal account. Her OnlyFans simps really went all out yesterday. It was really amazing. And all she had to do was this. $300 pouring in, $500. One guy from Dubai like dropped in $10,000. It was just fucking amazing. You know. You're using your laptop to watch the live streams. What kind of laptop do you have? Is it like Alienware or MSI or Lenovo? Because the reason I'm asking you this, because I'm wondering if you can run flight simulator on a PC. So you can fly a helicopter too. With Esmeralda's twin sister, they are twin sisters, but they're different. There's differences. But I don't know if you have a... I don't know if your laptop's powerful enough to handle this. I mean, I don't know. It's a Dell. Then in that case, probably not. Forget it. It's not powerful. If it's Dell, it's not powerful enough. I can tell you right away. If it's Dell, it's not powerful enough to handle this. Nah, you can't, man. And people shouldn't make a mistake between Alienware and Dell. Yes, I know that Dell bought the Alienware, but the Alienware is its own company, right? Sure, they might be using a Dell components to build. They're using resources from Dell to build these Alienware computers, but Alienware, it's its own company, man. Yes, it's owned by Dell, but it's its own company. So Alienware, it's always going to be better than what you're going to see from Dell. With Alienware, you know you're getting a top-notch gaming laptop, desktop. You know you're going to be rocking and rolling. That's guaranteed, man. Alienware has been doing this for a long time. Really, for a long... As far as I can remember, as far as Crises and Half-Life, man, Alienware's been around. They've been around for a long time. Almost 20 years. Right? 20 years? 2 decades. Or maybe more. Maybe 23 years. Well, let's just say 24 years. They've been around for a long time. And they know what they're doing. But they're expensive. You know, they're expensive for a reason. Because, you know, you get what you pay for, right? There's that. You get what you pay for. So I'm pretty sure, again, we are on Interstate 15 here. This has to be an Interstate 15. Pretty sure. Yeah. I think Lenovo's pretty good, man. Lenovo's got like i7 processor, 7th generation or 8th generation with like 16 gigs of RAM. Not bad, man. You know, they got some NVIDIA cards or some AMD cards, and some of these Lenovo laptops are not bad. They're not bad at all. And then you got the MSI. MSI is pretty good, but MSI, it's expensive. You're looking at $1,500. Then you got Asus Republic of Gamers. I had Asus Republic of Gamers in the past, and they're good, but I'll have to be honest. I had 2 different Republic of Gamers in 2012 and 2011, and they broke a lot. Like I would see like a black screen or a blue screen or something. I wouldn't say that I had a great experience with Asus Republic of Gamers. I can't say that I had a great experience. Yes, they were powerful, but they've been having all sorts of problems. I had all sorts of problems with Republic of Gamers. Now, we're talking 2011, 2012, 2010. It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. I'm pretty sure now they got much better laptops. I'm pretty sure. With a better cooling and all that jazz. But at the time, when I was using it, I had nothing but issues with hold on a second. Nothing but issues with a Asus Republic of Gamers. There we go. Gotta use my pedals. My pedals to the metal. There we go. Yeah, I can edge you. Let me just land a helicopter. Let me just land a helicopter here really quick. On the desert. On the desert, baby. On the desert. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Not the smoothest landing, but it's doable. Yeah, I can add you, man, to for sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. Problem child. Problem child. Here we go. I'm gonna spam you a little bit. There you go. You got it, problem child. Come on, problem child. Let's go. Anytime. You're welcome, man. Thank you for becoming a premium member. That's how you show the appreciation, man. You know? Hold on. Here we go. I'm ready. Maybe you can stay in formation with me as we're flying. I don't know. Maybe you can show Esmeralda how good your flying skills are with a Cessna or something. I don't know. I'm somewhere outside Las Vegas in Nevada. I think Interstate 15, as far as I'm remembering. I think it's Interstate 15. If my memory holds me correctly, I think it's Interstate 15, called I-15. America, East Coast, USA. East Coast, USA. Okay. There we go. That's smooth. I trimmed it nicely now. Look at that. Nicely trimmed. Nicely trimmed. Good to go. Some people probably think we're playing Grand Theft Auto. I swear to God. Somebody probably right now comes and is like, is this a Grand Theft Auto? Are you playing it? This is the real Grand Theft Auto. Mind you. This is the real Grand Theft Auto, my friend. Not that fake wannabe Los Angeles Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm just kidding, alright? I played Grand Theft Auto 5. I like it, but it's a claustrophobic version of Los Angeles. It's a very small, cramped up version of Los Angeles. It's, of course, they don't call it Los Angeles, they call it Los Santos. You know. Same thing with the San Andreas, you know. Although there is a San Andreas fault, but I think San Andreas was really San Diego. Honestly, I think it was really a San Diego. That's what it was. And then Liberty City, it's New York City. I heard some rumors they might do a Chicago next. Really, it's what I heard. These are just some rumors. People out there on the Reddit putting out different rumors. Some people saying London, some people saying Chicago. Some people saying Brazil. They might go to Brazil. But I don't know. We'll see. Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows what Rockstar is doing? It's all secretive. Top-notch secrets. Everybody just speculating. Nobody really knows what Rockstar North it's cooking. So yeah, Extreme Gaming, East Coast USA. I repeat again. Do you copy? East Coast USA. Do you copy, sir? Copy, copy? Esmeralda, do you copy? She said she only copy Benjamin's and Franklin's. But Esmeralda, they're the same thing. She says she doesn't care. She likes how it sounds. Benjamin and Franklin's. Okay, we're going to land here again. Check out the scenery a little bit. Oh, that was a smooth landing. Not bad. Let me see what's going on with my friend. My friend. Problem child. I'm over here, problem child. I landed. Problem child, I'll be right back. I'll be right back, my problem child. My problem child. I'll wait for you. I'll go grab something really quick. Grab some snacks or something. I'll keep you here with Esmeralda. no, the camera. The camera just went berserk. Crazy. There we go. Crash. You're taking from Las Vegas right now. Okay. Damn it, man. Here we go. Hold on. What's happening? Esmeralda. Hello. Esmeralda, are you okay? Come in. Come in. Come in. Esmeralda. Hello. Mayday. 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 Oh my God. Jesus. That was a close call, man. Mayday, mayday. Alright, here we go. Woo! That was a close call, guys. Mayday, mayday. Mayday, mayday. We're good. We're alive. Alright, you should be able to catch up to me. Problem child. I think you should be able to.
Los Angeles Center MRSOURKAY 19er 79er heavy is type 1 2 miles west of 67 leave at 2,300 feet.
Here we go.
Request.
I'm ready. Esmeralda was freaking out. Don't freak out. I'm a professional. Didn't you know? Didn't they send you the memo? Didn't you get the memo? Excuse me. Oh, there you are. Problem child. I see you. I want to climb up a little bit more altitude. There we go. Good to go. There you go, Esmeralda. It's all good. Because I'm a professional. You should know that. I am a professional. I like how the helicopter is shaking due to the propeller. This is going to speed up a little bit. Bum, 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 bum. Are you following that road? Well, I'm coming to you. Problem child. See, let me adjust something here really quick. Like that. Like that. There we go. I think that's better. Coming to you, problem child. I'm bringing the hype train from the sky. So this has to be Interstate 15, you know, when I think about it right now. This has to be Interstate 15, no? Let's see how Esmeralda's doing. Esmeralda's doing just fine. Oh, you just crashed? Well, in that case, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna continue going down to California. I'm gonna continue to this highway to Cali. I have to get that IR tracker. I really do. Yeah, just use a Typhoon. Get yourself a Typhoon. You should be able to catch up to me, no problem. I don't know if you have a Typhoon. With Mach 2 speed, 1400 knots, which is wind of speed, should be no problem for you to catch up to me. Now we got a smooth riding right here. All you guys are seeing is just my thruster and my controller, but you guys don't know what's happening down below. And down below is my pedals. Very important stuff. And that's the difficult part, is the pedals, my friend. Let's over here. That. Pedal to the metal. There we go. Now what do I mean by the pedals? This, and then this, and then this. It's your, like, yaw axis. moving left and right, or circling left and right. Oh, linear jet. Oh, that should be fine too, man. 700 knots. Yeah, you shouldn't have a problem catching up to me. Really. Like, no issues. I can only imagine how many people right now they think that this is a Grand Theft Auto. No, it's not a Grand Theft Auto. It might look like a Grand Theft Auto, but it's not. This looks exactly from what I remember Interstate 15. I swear to God. It looks so much like it. Which takes you to California, basically. From Las Vegas to Southern California. Los Angeles. It even says to Los Angeles, Interstate 15. And then from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, Interstate 15. People go to Vegas all the time from Los Angeles, man. So many times. I cannot tell you how many California license plates I see. Like every time I go to Las Vegas. People drive, you know. It might take them 5 hours, but they don't care. 5 hours, I'll be there. Get to have some good time over the weekend, do some gambling, whatever. I guess that's one of the benefits of living in Los Angeles or Henderson, Nevada. You can always go to LA, and then from LA to Vegas. You know what I mean? Just like living in South Florida, you have a benefit of going to Orlando every weekend. You go on a turnpike, you're there like in 3 hours. Like if you're in Palm Beach County, you could be there like in a couple of hours. It's really fast. And you can see Mickey Mouse every day or every weekend. So everything has its perks. Same thing with the Kennedy Space Center. If you want to see a SpaceX rocket launch and all that, if you want to see that, if you want to see Elon Musk, you're there like a couple of hours, man. And you should do it, man. It's something definitely worthwhile to see, to witness, especially if you live in Florida, to see these rocket launch, and it's just something you have to see, experience, not see but experience. I've seen a couple of space shuttles, and my goodness, everything felt as if the entire Earth was being swallowed, man. It was just unbelievable experience. Where are you at? Extreme. Problem child? Come on, problem child. You fall behind, you're on your own. And I'm not even going fast. Problem child. Who the problem child is? That's Extreme Gaming, in case you guys are wondering. Why is he a problem child? I don't know. You have to ask them that yourself. That's a good question. Extreme Gaming. If you don't mind, why do you call yourself a problem child? I'm just wondering. I mean, if you don't want to tell me, that's fine. You know. But I'm just wondering. And like any particular reason, or? I mean, it's a cool name. It's you know. It's kind of hilarious, but. Oh, there is a co-pilot. She's always here, man. Esmeralda's always with me. What's up, Irvin? How you doing? Esmeralda never leaves my sight. Because I'm her simp. Not only do I simp her when she does this, but at the same time I'm flying her around, you know. Oh, you're a rebel. Ah, rebel without a cause. I see. Cool, cool, cool.
Southwest 3903, 8 UL 8 miles northeast. Descend and maintain 6,500 feet. Expect ILS runway 26 right approach via FLYES transition. Cleared to FLYES.
Can't wait to get my IR tracker so I don't have to do this anymore, man. It's so much fun using an IR tracker, dude. If you're gonna be doing flight simulators or, you know, race simulators or American Truck Simulator or even a train simulator, IR tracker, it's just a godsend, man. I used to have one, but I don't know what I did with it, man. I think I lost it somewhere, or I don't know where the hell is it. I can't find it. But they got the new one, the IR Tracker 5, with this Clipper Pro that goes to your headphones, and you can freely move your head. You can move forward, you can move backward, you can move left, right. Pretty cool for flying, especially if you have the assembly of flight controllers and all that jazz. It's something I really need to get. I know it's expensive, $169, but I think it's worth it, man. I really do believe that. I think it's worth it. It will just enhance the experience, you know. Especially if you got triple monitors, right? You got triple monitors spread across. A good movie, Problem Child. I've never seen it. Is that the one with the guy Ed, who was in that TV show with the Christina Applegate? What's her name? I don't know. I think I might have seen it. Is it from the 80s? Is that a movie from the 80s? If it's a movie from the 80s or 90s, then I think that's the movie you're talking about. I'll have to IMDb that. It's an old movie. Problem Child. I'll look into it. I've probably seen it. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. But we're talking something 30 years ago, you know, it's like, ugh. I bet you a lot of people can remember this movie. Hard Way. With, what's his name? That actor. Fox. Michael J. Fox and the James Woods. It's about a celebrity, a movie star who wants to be a cop, and he goes to New York, like to see what it's like to be a police officer, and James Woods. It's playing a detective and NYPD, and it's such a fun movie, man. It was such a fun movie called Hard Way. I think they have it on a HBO Max. It's a lot of fun, man. That movie was a lot of fun. You definitely should check that out. It's an old movie, but it was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. The chemistry between James Woods and Michael J. Fox, man, it was just something else. It's an old movie, but it's definitely worth revisiting because it's so much fun. It's like Red Heat, Tango and Cash, but it's just it's hilarious, man. Like, if you want to see James Woods like lose his shit, go fucking crazy, you watch that movie. It's really good. It's really good. It's an old movie, but good movie. I think it came out like what? 1989? Or something like that? Around the same time Batman came out. With Tim Burton, Batman. I'm doing a pretty good job here with a helicopter. It took me a while to really master the pedals. The pedals is what's keeping the equilibrium of this helicopter. Don't pay attention to the axis on the yaw, but it's really the pedals. What you're not seeing is my legs. My feet are making all the work happen. I mean, you can follow these roads, man. You can go across America with a helicopter and follow the roads. No, for real. You could actually do this. You can do it. I mean, technically, you could do it. If you have time to do it. Maybe something for a live stream, right? Go across country, fly with a helicopter. But you have to stay on a highway, right? You keep the helicopter following the highway. You could actually, I'm doing it, I just started from Las Vegas, like an hour and a half ago from Las Vegas. If you watch this from the beginning, first we went to England and we were flying around, the highway of outskirts of London, Greater London. I don't know. I think it was like suburbs of London, and I think it was just east of Heathrow Airport, and we're following these highways, So we're doing the same thing here, pretty much, and it's pretty cool for. Helicopters will be perfect for this game because it's really a great way for you to truly explore Flight Simulator, the entire world. You're really gonna appreciate helicopter, believe me. But it will be difficult. I'll tell you right now. Don't look at me. I have all these gadgets. I have, everything I need to have the experience. But if you're going to be using an Xbox controller, it'll be difficult. I mean, you can do it. You can practice. You can do it. But it will be not fun. You're going to go through so many trials and errors. You know what I'm saying? But that's up to you. Like I always tell people, you don't have to buy these expensive equipments because they are expensive. You know, even this, it's expensive, $250. You know, then getting the IR tracker 160, you're looking at like a 370, right? It's not cheap, but hey, you know what they say? You get what you pay for. You know, I hate to be using that same old cliche, but you get, it's true. It really is true, guys. You get what you pay for. It is what it is. Where are you at, problem child? My problem child. Look at my fingers, man. They're so huge. Like a Bigfoot fingers. My legs are hurting already, dude. Using the pedals. It is so, man, you have to be so sensitive with your feet. Guys, you have no idea. It's not easy. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie. It's not easy. It might look easy to you because you're watching this, or maybe eating some snack, drinking some whatever you're drinking. But it takes some time getting used to the pedals, and you gotta be super careful with the pedals because they're way too sensitive. How you trim your helicopter, believe me. So there's that, you know. We're going into California, guys. I think we're slowly but surely we're gonna be getting into California, right? I don't know. I think this is going to California. You're on your way. Esmeralda, how you doing, Esmeralda? What's on your mind, Esmeralda? OnlyFans and PayPal account, it's on her mind, she said. Okay, Esmeralda, I got it. I understand. I understand. Also, I'm going to be testing the X-Plane 11 probably on Friday or maybe Thursday night. Might be doing some X-Plane 11. I want to revisit X-Plane 11. I want to get back to it just to see, you know, what's new on the X-Plane 11. And my main focus on the X-Plane 11 is going to be, because I have it. I have it. I had it since 2010, 2000 and whatever, 12. I owned it a long time ago. And I just want to see, like, aerodynamics. You know, I just want to see what's it like using the X-Plane 11 with the aerodynamics. And also, I want to compare it to the flight simulator. And another thing that I would like to compare with the X-Plane 11 is the fact that on the X-Plane 11, the volumetric light, it's better. When you're flying at night, it feels like you're really flying at night when you're flying above the city, due to the fact that every and each individual light on the ground, it's being lit up in real time. It's being rendered in real time. What do I mean by that? I mean that while you're flying, every individual light, it's acting like the real light on the street or on a highway would act. the shadow, the reflection, the shaders, space reflection. It's almost like a ray tracing, but not real ray tracing, but volumetric. And everything else, it's handcrafted. The roads are handcrafted, 3D. Everything is rendered in 3D. There's no flat surfaces, and I think that could be one of the key benefits of X-Plane 11 when you're flying at night. Is it's not, see, like right here, it gets flat. Look at this. When I get down there below, it gets super flat. And look how flat it gets. It gets ugly, right? It looks flat, it looks ugly. Well, that's not the case with the X-Plane 11. Okay? That's really not the case with the X-Plane 11. And we have to talk about this. Because then I would be doing... I would be dishonest. I would be dishonest if I didn't mention that. And I think Austin Mayers has a good point when he talks about that. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say, when you get closer to the land on the X-Plane 11, you truly see the handcraft road, the highway, and you clearly can see the reflection of the light, volumetric light, and the shadow, and it looks better. And then when you go up to a higher altitude, right? When you go to a higher altitude, then it even looks more realistic. And this is why X-Plane 11 flying at night, it's to me the most realistic night flying you could have. It's the X-Plane 11. So, guys, we have to give a credit where credit is due. I mean, I love Flight Simulator. I mean, I'm playing it. I'm enjoying it. But, not everything's handcraft here. I mean, sure, there's certain cities, there's certain areas, there's certain airports, but you have to pay for them. They're not cheap, they're expensive. And that's what I'm going to try to do on Friday, to kind of revisit X-Plane 11 and try to give my honest opinion. Oh, there's Problem Child. I see you. I see you, Problem Child. AKA Extreme Gaming. I see you, Problem Child. Come on, Problem Child, right here, man. Esmeralda's waiting for you. She's asking, did you bring the yayo? The yayo means the money. Did ya bring the money? She said she's not happy. She's not seeing her PayPal account with any ones and zeros. Alright, there's Problem Child. Don't worry, Problem Child will send you something later on. It'll show up on your PayPal account. Don't worry. I think this road takes us to North Nevada. We're going to Reno, actually, guys. This road is taking us to Reno, North Nevada, where you got less of the desert and more of mountains, because you're out there hooking up now to Northern California and also part of Utah. So now we're saying goodbye to desert, and we're saying hello to the mountains. Reno's beautiful, man. There's a Problem Child. Did you see that? Reno also has a nice I think they have a ski resorts, don't they? I think they do. It does snow. Yeah, in Northern Nevada. It does. Problem Child, come closer. Esmeralda cannot see you if you're not closer. Oh, there you are. I see you, problem child. He's making a turn. He's coming. Problem child's coming. So this is cool, man. Practically, you can start from Los Angeles to New York, right? And you can follow the road. You can do a flight plan, right? And you can follow the roads. You can follow the highways. And you can actually fly with a helicopter following the highways. And you can go across country. Or you can go from Los Angeles to Alaska, man. To, you know, Fairbanks or something in Alaska. Oh, there you are. Nice. That was cool, man. Problem child, that was awesome. He's right over there. Pretty cool, man. That was sweet, bro. That was sweet, my friend. Oh, there he is. He's coming again. He's making his approach. He's making his approach. Esmeralda, look. He's making his approach. There he is. Did you see that, Esmeralda? Don't crash, please. It would do us no good crashing. And the great thing about the helicopter, you can land anywhere here. You know, wherever you want to land, you can land. Proper 12. It's amazing what you can do with a flight simulator, honestly. Like I said, you got the sandbox. You got the entire planet, right? You have the entire planet at your disposal. I mean, think about that. You got the entire planet at your disposal. So that's like the entire sandbox of the world for you to explore. Pretty cool. It's very limited. As a matter of fact, fuel is very limited, but you have options of selecting unlimited fuel, and that's what I did here. I selected unlimited fuel, but if I didn't select unlimited fuel, then I think right about right now I would probably have to land somewhere here. Pretty much, like I would have to land here, and that's all she wrote. I would have to wait till a fuel truck arrives, and then once the fuel truck arrives, I can go back after I'm refueled. Oh, you follow me with a drone? That's cool. But I cannot see you, right? That's right. I cannot see you. You should do like a movie. You should put it together, record the whole thing, and that'd be cool, man. Hype. We're on a hype helicopter. There's Problem Child again. Problem Child. My problem child. Oh, you crashed your plane? Oh, I see. Well, that's okay. Drone's pretty good. You cannot do it, actually. Irvin? That's not going to be possible. Because the helicopter cannot go up to that kind of altitude, 29,000 feet. And the wind and everything is just not possible. I could maybe fly very low, but like very low I could fly, but I would crash for sure. I would crash definitely. The only time they fly a helicopter there is during a certain time of the season, when it's no snow, the wind is clear, there's not too much of a gust wind, and then they do like some very low flying. They show you the base camp, right? And they show you from base camp how far up the Mount Everest is. But that's about it. But you cannot really get up to that kind of altitude, because remember, at Lukla you are already at 20,000 something feet. You're already up there, man. You're already at the 20,000 feet, so you're already passing the the maximum altitude of the helicopter. So they do have some helicopters, but they're specifically designed helicopters to do that. But even those helicopters cannot go there to that peak of 29,000 feet. That mountain's ridiculous, man. 29,000 feet. It's crazy. Because if they could, Irvin, they would have picked up the bodies, all the bodies that were left there. They would have picked them up, but they cannot. Those bodies are still there. And I mean, that's the reason they cannot go over there to pick up the bodies. Are they going to create some kind of helicopters in the future to be able to do that? I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they're going to do it. But currently, right now, there's nothing out there in terms of helicopters that can go up that high. Just like a low flying like this, maybe. It's unforgiving. That whole area there near the Mount Everest, it's just, even the airport, Lukla, it's dangerous. Just landing on that Lukla and taking off. You know how many planes, mind you, planes have crashed. Oh, the amount of planes that have crashed there, it's ridiculous. It's just an unforgiving, it's really not meant for people to live there. I know some people, they adjusted to that climate. I'm talking about the natives. People, natives who were born there, who lived there for centuries, right? Their lungs capacity, it's different kind of a lung capacity than the ones with the low altitude, yours and mine, right? And for them, they can adjust the breathing and all that because they're acclimed to that altitude. While the rest of us, coming from, let's say, a sea level climate, you're gonna be like a fish out of the water. You'll have a hard time, breathing at that altitude. These are all the things that scientific proof. And people don't realize that. You know, it's like, oh, I would like to go and climb the Himalayas. It's not that simple. You know, it might seem simple, like reading it on a paper or watching a documentary, right? But there's so many factors you have to consider, man. Health factors, you know, and that's why some people don't come back. They die there. You know, they have to sign the voucher that they understand, you know, there's a pretty good chance you might die there. You might not come back. You know. And sadly, there's a good number of them didn't come back. It's just an unforgiving place. It's an unforgiving mountain. That whole region there is just unforgiving. 29,000 feet, man. That's the feet of altitude of the jetliners, you know. Definitely is. Especially something like Mount Everest, right? Well, you already know the lack of oxygen. It's already there. The O2, right? And how much of oxygen do you have? How much of that oxygen are you burning? Do you have enough oxygen to come back? Right? And how quickly are you burning it? Are you freaking out? Do you have panic attacks? Do you have stress? That's going to burn even more oxygen, right? Because your lungs and your organs, they need oxygen. And if enough oxygen is not being pushed through your bloodstream, you're done, man. Yeah, that's it. It's over. But some people don't think about this stuff, you know. The Mother Nature, listen, man. The Mother Nature, it doesn't matter what kind of ego you have. I don't care what kind of ego you have. I don't care if you're a macho man or whatever, how tough you are and all this other bullshit. The Mother Nature will strip that down, will strip you naked immediately from that ego and all that macho bullshit once you get there. You have to respect, I always tell people, you got to respect the nature. You got to respect those mountains. Because if you don't, same thing with the water, the ocean. You have to respect the current, rip currents. I don't care how good of a swimmer you are. I don't care if you're top-notch Navy SEAL. I don't care what tier. Some of these rip currents are unpredictable, and you don't know how far they're going to take you. They might take you from Florida to Brazil. You don't know. And you might drown. In most cases, you drown. It's about respecting the nature. That's what it comes down to. And being smart, you know. Same thing with hiking. Hiking to British Columbia and Colorado and even upstate New York, you know, hiking. You got to respect the nature, man. You got to know what you're doing. Because if you don't, that's it, you're done. And this is true.
American 1351 contact Los Angeles Center on 124.2. Good day.
I have no idea where we at right now. I should look at my map. Honestly, I should just definitely look at my map, just see where I'm at. Just to see where I'm at, man. Where's the VFR map? Hold on. See where we at. Oh, we're in Utah, actually, guys. We're going to Utah. 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 So this road is taking us to Utah. And then from Utah, you know, you can go up to Montana, you know. Oh, you've done mountain climbing, mountain biking. Oh yeah. I have a cousin who does that in Pennsylvania. They go to these biking mountain trails. It's pretty scary actually. He has a GoPro camera and he takes some of the videos on his helmet. But it's a great workout. He loves it. But it's definitely it's pretty scary. If you're not focused, if you make one mistake, that's it, man. You could die actually. You can fall down a cliff. You could break your neck or whatever, dude. You can be handicapped, crippled. You gotta be careful, man. Again, I mean, it all comes down to respecting the mountains, understanding the mountains, and respecting the nature, man. No matter what you do, whether if you're kayaking or whatever it is, man. If you're out there in the woods, out there in the nature, if you're not respecting it, well, that's it, you know. But that's a good workout, by the way, Irvin. That's a great workout. Mountain bike riding. Because I have a cousin who does that in Pennsylvania. He lives in Pittsburgh, but he goes to a certain mountains there outside Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania, and there's a lot of national park in western part of Pennsylvania, you know. So Esmeralda, what do you think about the Mount Everest? What's that? Esmeralda says, as long as there's a big mountain of Benjamin Franklin's and it goes directly to her PayPal account, that's the only time she'll care about that mountain. Oh my God, you're such a materialistic money whore. Oh my God, Esmeralda. It's unbelievable. Can you believe that? Can you believe it?
Southwest 4318 contact Los Angeles Center on 124.2. Good day.
Unbelievable, man. What do you expect from Esmeralda? Right, problem child? All she cares about is Uncle Benjamin Franklin and her loyal OnlyFans simps. I need simps, Esmeralda. Esmeralda, can you flash just for a little bit? You know, so I can get some simps. Was that? Screw me? With a screwdriver? Jesus Christ. Okay, relax. Whew. My God. Alright. Just relax. I don't want no screwdriver up my bungholio. Okay? She came in, man. She came in with a helicopter. Like, she was already there. I'm leasing this helicopter. Actually, that's what happened. Long story short, I'm leasing this helicopter from her. And I'm simping. I'm actually, every time I'm flying, like every 5 minutes, her PayPal account keeps rising and rising with a mountain of money. Keeps rising every 5 minutes. You know, it's just, it's ridiculous, man. I feel like a gimp. I feel like a sissy or some shit. I feel so abused, man, by her. It's unbelievable. It's fucking unbelievable, man. It's almost like I'm bleeding from the arsehole. But where are you from originally, Esmeralda? Where? Brazil. You're from Brazil. What's that? Don't talk like that. What? That's how they say it. Brazil. She says, I don't have the right to speak in a Portuguese accent. Jesus Christ. And also she says you shouldn't use the word Jesus. Don't use the Lord's name in vain. Okay, so that's it. We're not going to talk. Fine, whatever. Gee, whatever. I said geez. Like cheese, you know? Cheese. Feta cheese or whatever. That's it. Unbelievable. See what I have to deal with? You see what I have to deal with, man? I'm telling you. Where's the problem, child? Problem child. She wants me to land over here for some reason. She wants to take a pee. Okay, alright, fine. Good God. You mean these UFO landmarks? Okay, fine. 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 We're gonna land. Jesus Christ. I said fine. Unbelievable. I'm telling you, man. Something else. What? You're not happy that I landed next to the tree? Oh, what's wrong with that? I said you want to go to the bushes. No. She doesn't care. She does it in public all the time. She wants it here. Well, why you need a cell phone? Why are you bringing a cell phone with you? Just leave it here. Oh my God. You know what she just told me? One of her simps, OnlyFans. I can't even talk about it. Just go do your thing. Unbelievable. Anyway, we'll wait for her. We'll wait for her. Jesus. She went to the bush. Oh my God, are you gonna go or what? Hold on. Hold on a second. I have to fix this. Open. Yeah, doors needs to be open. Sorry. There you go. Now you can exit. I opened the door. The doors are open. Go ahead. All right. Let's wait for her. She went to the bushes to take a pee. But she brought her phone with her. And I don't know why. But I think I know why. It's disgusting. It's just disgusting. What she'll do for the money. It's unbelievable. Where you at? Where you at, problem child? Alright, I think she's back. think she's back. Close. Close. Let's see. Okay, she's back. We're good to roll. She's here. So how was it? Oh, she's happy. Oh. How much did you make? How much? Oh my goodness. 3 large. 3 large K. 3 large K she made. And all she had to do was take a leak in the bushes. Unbelievable. These simps, I mean, I would love to be a woman at this point. Really. Give me a pair of titties and ass and, you know, and the V. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. 3K large just in a few seconds, in a couple of minutes. Anyway, let's go. This is very alarming. I'm disturbed by all of this. I don't even know what to say at this point. Gotta do what you gotta do. True. True, true, true. Well, I'm glad you're happy, Esmeralda. Your happiness makes me happy too. What can I tell you? If you're happy, I'm happy. And we're all happy. My throat's not happy. For some reason. Unbelievable, man. This is what I had to look forward to in 2021. It keeps getting better. 2022, it just keeps getting better. I mean, it just keeps getting better. What's that? She says, you're not happy because you don't have simps. You need to get yourself some simps. Whatever. What is this? Some kind of writing? I know there's a ranch in Utah called Skinwalker Ranch, but I think we're too far from it. I think we're too far to see that. Well, Esmeralda, we're all very happy for you. We're all very, very, very happy for you, Esmeralda. Well, how long have you been flying? Well, 3 hours, 12 minutes. Already 3 hours, 12 minutes. Well, I'm surprised that that I haven't crashed. This is a breaking record. That I haven't crashed with this helicopter in 3 hours and 12 minutes. Just remarkable. Remarkable. Take me to the limit. By the way, Hellblade Senua Revenge. It's on. It has the new update on Series X. Supports ray tracing at 1080p, 4K 30, and also supports 1080p 120 Hz. Something I need to check out, which I will. I promise you that. I'm gonna take this road and go north. What's with that red spot? What the hell is that? Jesus. Oh, it's the same road. Just I see the outcoming. I got it. It's the same thing. Beaver Moon. What is this Beaver Moon? What's that? Beaver Moon? What does that mean? What is it? Beaver Moon. Esmeralda, you know what it is? She said she knows. Well, what is it? Tell us. She says she can. It's secret. It's a meeting place. Well, what kind of a meeting place? Like, what's going on there? What do you mean? A meeting place. She's whispering. Hold on. Oh, I got it. I got it. It's like the Burning Man. It's like a place where everybody goes in there and have a good time. It's like Woodstock and yeah, stuff like that. Got it. Should we stop by over here and check it out? So basically, this is where you land, Beavermon, and then you go over here and do your thing, huh? You throw a party over here, huh? Right over here? Is that what it is? You guys throw a party right over here? On the desert? On the field? I got you. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. That is crazy. That is crazy. Oh yeah, guys, go check out Mr. Nightlife. He's a pretty cool guy, pretty cool bloke from Australia. I met a lot of cool people from Australia, man. Such a nice people, man. There's something about Australians. They just have more. How do I say this? Balanced mentality. More balanced mentality on everything. They have a much more balanced view on a lot of different things. You know, they're not stuck up. They're not, full of themselves and stuff like that. So it's At least I haven't met an Australian like that. You know, even Hugh Jackman is like, you know, down to earth, right? So go check out Mr. Nightlife. He's also drives a Honda Type R, I believe, motorcycle, bike, and I like him, dude. He does variety of stuff on the Xbox, and a lot of information I find out from him about the Xbox and some other things. And I was watching him prior to Microsoft Flight Simulator being released on a console, and he got the early access codes because he's part of the Australian Xbox community program. It's like Australian New Zealand AUNZ Australian New Zealand program that Xbox has down there in Australia and New Zealand. And pretty cool guy. Go check him out. You know, he also does podcasts. Him, this other chick called Epic. Go check her out too. She's pretty cool. So yeah, man, check him out. It's really a shame that due to the algorithm on YouTube that you don't get to know that these individuals even exist, right? Because the algorithm on YouTube will never show these YouTubers, and these YouTubers are really cool, man. They have such a great content, such a great personality, and I would just like to see them grow bigger, you know, and advance. Hold on, Esmeralda said something. Was that Esmeralda? Was that? Oh my god. I can't believe you just said that. She said, if they want to grow, they gotta have simps. And they gotta be willing to show a little bit. Oh, come on, Esmeralda. Not everyone's gonna be like you, okay? Esmeralda, not everyone's gonna be a money whore like you, okay? You know what I mean? Some people do this as a hobby. They don't have to flash themselves and show this, show that. Alright? It's not all about being pervert and simp. You know, you're a pervert, you using perverts to make you money. Was that? You're gonna stab me with a screwdriver? Oh, Jesus. Never mind. Oh my goodness. Can't even talk to her, man. Can't even talk to Esmeralda. So defensive. She didn't like the fact I called her a money whore. And she's using the perverts as simps. But that was the truth, you know? I mean, alright, I won't say anything. I don't want to get stabbed by a screwdriver. The hell with that shit. Because this is her helicopter. You have to understand. I'm leasing this helicopter from Esmeralda. And she's from Brazil. And in Brazil, they don't screw around, man. They mean it. They don't fuck around. They're tough son of a bitches. Tough women out there in Brazil, man. They don't mess around. So, you know what I mean. They don't mess around. They're the real deal. So, keep my mouth shut. Problem child, thank you. It's good to see you, brother. There's Problem Child. Problem Child. That's extreme gaming for those of you who don't know. And he's a rebel with some kind of a cause. But we don't know what that cause is, but some kind of a cause. His cause is just to be a rebel. That's it. Create problems, and that's all there is to it. Oh wow, 3.5 hours with a helicopter from Las Vegas. So it took us 3 hours with a helicopter to get to Utah, my friend, northern Utah. 3 hours and a half just from Las Vegas to northern Utah, which makes total sense, right? With a helicopter, 3.5 hours, which that's what it is. 3 hours and 24 minutes, 3.5 hours. Was that Esmeralda? I apologize, Esmeralda. You're not a money whore. It's just sometimes I say shit, you know. Shit comes out of my mouth. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Here we go.
Southwest 3852, contact Salt Lake Center on 125.575. Good day.
Going to 125.575 Southwest 3852.
I can only imagine how many people right now, they think I am playing Grand Theft Auto. Right? I can only imagine. There's this trail over here. We'll check it out. Hold on, Esmeralda wants to say something. Esmeralda says there's a lot of cougars here. You mean cougars like, cougars? Like MILFs? Then what? Real cougars. Oh. Like mountain lions. Oh, I got you. But yeah, we know there's mountain lions here. You know, we understand. I said, we, all of us, you know, watching this, whoever's going to be watching this 10 months from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, you don't know. Some of these videos have a life of its own, right? And someone's going to be watching this 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, and they're going to say, you know, what do you mean by cougars? What we mean by cougars is, you know, not MILFs, in the valley of California. We mean cougars as cats, you know, wild cats, predators, mountain lions. That's what we mean. Okay? Okay, Esmeralda? Don't be so defensive. You know? Problem child, did you crash? I think you did, bro. I think I saw you. No offense, but holding this controller is like holding a dildo. I swear to God. No, it's good. The control is really good, man. Hold on, I gotta keep an eye on my pedals. I like this airplane. I mean, this livery for a helicopter. Blue and gold yellow. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So good. I'm gonna get myself an IR tracker. I really need the IR tracker, guys, for this. You see, the road goes around it, by the way. See, this road goes around the mountain, and then it hooks up over here, right here. See, Salt Lake City. We're in Utah. So 3.5 hours to Utah, Salt Lake City. I know that there's a what you call it, Skinwalker Ranch around here somewhere, but I don't know. Joe Rogan had that guy Bigelow on the show, and he sold it to another billionaire, and this other billionaire is making a TV show out of it. You know, it's all kind of scripted. The guy from the history, Ancient Aliens history channels in it. I think it's all BS. There's nothing there, man. You know, in my opinion, I think it's all a bunch of BS. And they just made it's a good show, you know. Or it's a reality show. It's a moneymaker. But I don't think there's anything there. And I really didn't like that interview with a Bigelow, that podcast. This guy, you know, it's holding something back. Like, he never gives you like a definitive answer. Every time Joe would ask him something, he would hold back. And he would say, well, I need to see more evidence before I can make a judgment. We're not asking you about that. Joe is asking you, what is your opinion? We all get it. We don't have evidence for aliens. We don't have aliens for Bigfoot. We don't have evidence for these lizard people living underground or whatever. But what about your opinion? You know what I mean? When he asked him about Bob Lazar, well, I don't have enough. Again, I can't really comment on that. I really can't until I have a solid, evidence about that. And he never really gives you a concrete opinion about anything. Like, don't you have an opinion? You know, it was just a boring podcast. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I've seen it. I watched it on a Spotify because I have Spotify. And the guy never really, dude, you're a billionaire. You work with all these contractors, Lockheed Martin, all these nuclear physicists, whatever. You're holding something back. Like, what are you not telling us? Like, is there something you're not telling us? I'm pretty sure. You're holding something back. Why? Because millions of people are watching that podcast. So my question is, then why did you agree to do a podcast? Why did you fly all the way to Austin, Texas to do a podcast with Joe Rogan, knowing that you're going to have 10 million people watching that? And he never really gave any opinion. I choose to believe that they exist. That's my opinion. That's my belief. But he never did that in a podcast. It was so, such a difficult podcast to watch. You know. And the other guy, who supposedly worked at Area 51, trying to discredit Bob Lazar. You know, I don't know why Joe Rogan bring these individuals to podcasts. Like, the guy's not saying anything. He says he can't confirm that the S4 exists. He can't confirm this. He can't confirm that. But it wasn't till 25 years ago that the Area 51 was denied that it even exists, right? It wasn't after Bill Clinton was forced to finally get the Congress to look into this issue because people were dying there. The workers, the employees who worked there were dying. They were being exposed to some chemicals. They were burning out in the desert. And finally, Bill Clinton, back then the president, was in 96, 97. He was forced to finally declare that yes, Area 51 does exist. And it's there. So, but Bob Lazar told us about Area 51 in 1990, in 1989 or 1990. He showed us where it is. He showed us where to do the tests. And he clearly told us that the S4 is there nearby. And they have these ancient crafts, prehistoric ancient crafts, sitting inside these mountains, almost like a garage. They turn the mountains like a garage, if you will, like a hangar. They turn the mountains like a hangar to keep these 9 crafts. Bob Lazar is telling the truth, guys. I believe he's telling the truth. I believe it. He was right about the Element 115. He was right about the Area 51. And those tests, where they were doing the tests, a lot of people have confirmed on that they were there, they've seen it. Bob Lazar is telling the truth, in my opinion. But so many are trying to discredit him. Bob Lazar is not making money off of this. He's got his own little company, he's doing something, but he's not writing books about it. He's not going out there promoting himself. And he, quite frankly, even when he went to the Joe Rogan, he said he didn't like doing these interviews. And he doesn't even like talking about it that much. But I think the guy's telling the truth. If you ask me personally, I believe Bob Lazar 100%. And I also believe that our government doesn't even know what these things are. They're clueless. Who knows where they discovered them? Maybe they found them in Antarctica when they went to the Antarctica expedition and they were buried underneath the ice. God knows how many million years. And they discovered them or something. And they brought them into the Area 51 and they're trying to study it. But I don't think we know what the hell that is. I don't think we have any clue. And how old they are and the origin. I really think we're clueless, in my opinion, honestly. This might be a shocker to you, but I believe we're clueless. We have no clue. Seriously. Honestly, I don't think we have. But I think Bob Lazar is telling the truth. That I know. That I believe. Not only, I don't know for a fact. Obviously, I take that back. I don't know for a fact. But what I have seen so far from Bob Lazar, a lot of stuff checks out. A lot of stuff checks out. And he never changes his story. It's always the same story. And I believe Bob Lazar 100%, if you ask me. But that's just me. That's just me, What about you? What about you, Esmeralda? What's that? Oh, God. Esmeralda says, if Bob Lazar will join her OnlyFans and put some Benjamins inside, she'll believe him too. Wow. You really are such a seeker for simps. Unbelievable. You have no shame. You have no shame, Esmeralda. You just want simps. That's all you want. The more simps, the better. What? Is this supposed to be Skinwalker Ranch? What? Holy shit. Don't worry, Esmeralda. There's nothing going on in Skinwalker Ranch. There's nothing here. Alright? There's absolutely nothing here. Nothing for you to worry about. No such thing as aliens, Wolfman, Dogman, Bearman, werewolves, all that stuff, vampires. Vampires might exist, you know. They work at the bank. They're creditors. They might exist. Most likely they exist. But I don't think there's anything to worry about here on the Skinwalker Ranch. You good. Don't worry. Nothing for you to worry here. So it took us 4 hours to go from Las Vegas to Utah Skinwalker Ranch. Skinwalker Ranch. I mean, it is in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. So, you know, it's possible. But look, people see all kinds of shit, you know. People smoke a lot. People get high. They experiment all kinds of different drugs, right? They're smoking all the plants and all that good jazz, right? Some of them eat mushrooms. You know, you're gonna see some shit. You know what I mean? Right? Right. Esmeralda, you're gonna see some shit. She said you will only see something if you pay and go to her OnlyFans. Okay, alright, fine. But anyway, getting back to Bob Lazar, that guy's been through a lot, man. And he could turn out to be the only guy that told the truth, man. Everybody else was just trying to profit money, but he was probably like the only guy that was legit, you know. I think he's the only legit guy. All the other dudes out there are just trying to make money, like those Bigfoot guys, you know, just trying to profit money. You know, you remember, whenever there's something that's interesting and it's controversial, money is to be made, right? Controversy equals money and ratings, right? The news shows they love controversy, right? They love controversy. CNN loves controversy. All those who are not vaccinated, they're the cause. They're the problem. So they're gonna talk about that. They're gonna sing that trumpet. Why? Because they want the ratings. Because their ratings has been dropping ever since Trump got out of the office. They had nothing to talk about, and Joe is boring. Nothing to talk about to Joe. He's just Sleepy Joe. So they need unvaccinated people. You see these unvaccinated people. Blah 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 blah. And ratings, right? So controversy. There's money to be made from controversy, right? The more controversy, the better. The more money to be made. The ratings, right? And same thing with aliens, ghosts, and Bigfoot, right? Money to be made. It's controversial. It's controversy. But there's a truth in it. You just gotta be able to dissect it and to pinpoint it. But there's also a lot of bullshit. Just be prepared to step into a lot of bullshit, because a lot of money needs to be made from so many individuals out there who want to profit from that controversy. You know, and this is all true. All true, right, Esmeralda? We've been flying for 4 hours here. You see, there's nothing going on at the Skinwalker Ranch. Absolutely nothing. And we're not that far from Salt Lake City. Absolutely nothing here. Everything's hunky-dory at the Skinwalker Ranch, okay? Don't worry. We already checked it, we tested it. It's all goody-goody. We're going to follow this road, see where it takes us. Problem child. You fell off of face of the earth. We cannot find you. Problem child. Esmeralda's worried for you. She's worried you're not going to be able to process the payment. The check might bounce on her OnlyFans donations. Oh God. Uh-oh. So it took exactly 4 hours. If you guys would like to know how long it takes with a helicopter, 4 hours from Henderson, Las Vegas to northern Utah, Salt Lake City. We're gonna land here for a minute. Not the greatest landing, but you know, we want to check out the scenery a little bit here. See how it is. Looks pretty good, man. Today the flight simulator runs so great. Today's one of the best days of flight simulator, man. Everything's running smooth. I haven't crashed once in 4 hours. In 4 hours I haven't crashed, which is remarkable. It's a nice spot over here. I really like it. This is the, you know, not far from Skinwalker Ranch. Right over here. It's pretty cool. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta do something here. Well, there you have it. And look at this. There's like a little, like a toolbox or something, or some sort of generator or something to charge the batteries. There we go. We have parked here, and we're very happy that we parked here. So it took about 4 hours, you know, from Los Angeles. I mean, not Los Angeles. From Henderson, McCarran, Las Vegas to northern part of Utah. Took about 4 hours. I don't know if that's accurate, but it sounds kind of accurate. You know, I think it's about, because helicopter goes a little bit faster, you know, obviously than a car, and of course it goes faster than a car. But I think it's about fair assessment. 4 hours from Las Vegas to northern part of Utah. 4 hours makes about right estimate. You know, time 4 hours. And where are you at? Extreme Gaming. Where did you end up? Where did you end up, my friend? I cannot find you. Where did you go? My friend. Where did you go? But they did a good job. Listen, man, this is free. This helicopter, it's free, and look how good of a job they did. Honestly, it's remarkable how good of a job they did here, and it's free. This, my friend, it's free, and it looks this good. And it looks this good. Really nice. Very happy with the design of this helicopter. Very nice. All right, so there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. 4 hours. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, man. And this will give you some idea what you can do with a helicopter. It took me a while to get used to it because you constantly have to use the pedals, right, to rotate. But once you get a hang of it, once you understand how it works, once you get that principle basics of how the helicopter aerodynamics works, then it becomes like a second nature. It becomes very easy. You can easily accustom yourself to flying one of these things. And as you can see, I never crashed. Not once in 4 hours. I was running smooth as a butter. You know. So, Extreme Gaming, thank you, man, for becoming a premium. Nils, thank you. Irvin, thank you. Premium, gold. I appreciate you guys becoming a members. For the rest of you, you should become a member too. This is a good way for you to get in touch with me. And it's a good way for you to support the channel, support what I do. So think about it. Other than that, I'll catch you guys some other time. I am actually going to be working on revisiting X-Plane 11. I want to revisit X-Plane 11. And I want to kind of compare it to Flight Simulator to see what has changed, the aerodynamics and stuff like that. And I'm also thinking about getting the IR tracker, which just makes it more enjoyable flying with the IR tracker. So stay tuned for that, which will be probably around Friday, around there somewhere. Most likely Friday. So, yeah, Friday it is. All right, guys. Well, that's it. I'm out. Cheers, and all that good jazz.